Have you found yourself stuck when making a decision? Going back and forth in your head, weighing every possible outcome, listening to what other people think you should do, and ending up even more confused than when you started? That's because most of us are trained to make decisions from the wrong place. We listen to the loudest voices, the ego, which wants certainty and control, society, which hands us a script of what's safe and what's acceptable, other people's expectations, which can drown out our own truth. And while logic and advice have their place, they're not the compass. They're the tools. The real compass is intuition. The ego is noisy. It says, what if you fail? What will people think? You need to be certain before you act. It craves safety, approval, familiarity. It sounds persuasive, but its goal is to keep you in the comfort zone. Intuition, on the other hand, is quiet. It doesn't argue. It doesn't justify. It simply knows. It feels like a calm nudge, a sense of expansion in the body, a whisper of clarity that says, this way. For example, say you get invited out one evening and ego says, say yes or they'll be offended. Your friends say, come on, don't be boring. Intuition says, your body is tired, rest tonight. And then you listen, you stay home, and relief tells you it was the right call. Or what about a work opportunity? Ego says, you're not ready. What if you fail? Your colleagues say, stay where it's safe and stable. Intuition says, this excites you. It feels alive. So you take the leap, and while it's scary at first, it opens doors logic never predicted. And even in relationships, ego says, stay, it's familiar, being alone is scarier. And others say, don't be picky. Whereas intuition might say, you're shrinking here, this isn't aligned. It's holding you back. It hurts to walk away, but it frees you for real connection. And that's the difference. Ego keeps you in the known. Intuition opens the path you're meant to walk. And the higher self is the part of you that sees beyond fear, beyond conditioning, beyond what society expects. And when you align with it, decisions and decision-making stops being about avoiding risk or keeping everyone else happy. It becomes more about truth, about alignment. So how do you know in the moment if it's intuition? It feels calm, not frantic. It feels simple, more like a nudge than a debate. It feels aligned in the body, expansive, not contracting. And it doesn't need endless justification. And yes, it doesn't always make sense. But when you act on it, clarity comes after the step, not before. So the next time you're caught in the swirl of decisions, pause and ask, am I listening to fear, to others, to ego, or am I listening to truth? Because ego will always want safety. Others will always have opinions. Society will always hand you its script. But your intuition, your higher self, is always there, waiting, quiet, clear. And when you listen to your intuition, you make decisions in alignment, even if you don't understand the why of the decision. Every single choice we make or don't make creates our reality. So our intuition, that connection to our higher self, is the most important channel we can nurture and strengthen. Because when you choose to listen, decisions stop being battles. They become alignments. And each one moves you closer to who you really are. And that's why we're here, to remember who we truly are, so we can step into our power and live in the flow of life.